30-second rest, Tommy. I've changed it to 30 seconds.
I like that. A man who wants to beast himself.
Yeah. Good. Good. Now give me the feet again. Yeah. Move.
Tidy up a bit.
Yeah. Good.
Adam, about to make your debut, 29th of September at Olympia, and a little bird told me that you're a bit special as an amateur.
It was alright, like, won the ABAs.
Alright, I won the ABAs.
Won Haringey, got best boxer as well.
Is that the poster up there?
What, sorry?
Is that the poster up there? What
Oh, yeah, it's a joke that, like, he turned up the year after, and he put a big poster of me getting chinned on it, like, they were everywhere, flyers and everything.
But, yeah, so ABAs, what year was that then, 2013?
2013, yeah, beat Felix Cash in the final.
He's flying now as a professional. I think he's 9-0, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing really well.
And he went on to be GB squad member and all that, didn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Actually, I went down to, after the ABAs, we had like trials and that. Boxed, we got to box for England in Sweden, boxed, won, and then we had like trials and things like that. We didn't spy each other again then, or nothing, but I injured my hand. I had to get an operation, and GB just pretty much like just left me to it. I had to pay for it myself and all that, and then afterwards, there's a bit like delusion with it, like with everything. I couldn't go back. I got like Mike Hayton fixed my hand just before the the year after the ABAs, and then after my hand was recovered just in time for Haringey. So like did the marathon to get my weight down and that, Liverpool marathon, and then went there, boxed, and won that.
And did you win the Harrogate that year then?
Yeah.
So that was your final fight, was it, or did you
that was the
continue?
final fight, yeah.
So what year was that then?
That was 2014.
Yeah. So we're 4 years on. Yeah. Why the return? Because aren't you a teacher?
Yeah, well, I'm a fully qualified primary school teacher now. Been doing it for like 2 or 3 years, but just anyone involved in boxing, you know yourself. Like if you haven't fell out with it completely, and you still got some love for it, it always drags you back, doesn't it? Like, well,
I suppose, did you fight out the Solly as well?
Yeah.
And now they've got lads. I mean, because I just was speaking to Nathan Quarles, and you know, he's their first professional fighter who's fought here, and to go pro with him, you're going to be the second fighter, I presume.
Yeah.
So did that get you juices flowing when you found out that you could come back here and go pro with from familiar faces?
Yeah, definitely, because obviously like the coaches we've got here at the minute, you've got like any coaches, you've got like Tommy who knows like his ins and outs of boxing, you've got Eddie who's an ex-British champion, you've got David Burke who's an ex-world champion, you've got other lads who have like watching like Chris Bauer and Carl Morrison, and like training with the kids, and they're all going to get their, seeing like their love for the sport, and they're trying to get their pro qualifications, and in the process of getting it. And so I know for a fact the gym's going to take off, and it's like an opportunity to get on the ground floor, if you get me.
Well, I know you were speaking to Steve, and Steve's hoping to move you quite fast, as long as you can shake that ring rule stuff. Then you know, he feels that just a couple of 4-rounders move you straight onto 6-rounders, and hopefully in 12 months' time you could be in a prime position to maybe pick up your first small title. Yeah, obviously, because he said obviously it's going to be a quick turnaround, like I say, 2 4-rounders, and then if all goes well, onto 6s, and then see where we go from there. Just want to get, like, obviously because I'm 30 now, trying to get out active, and I'm in it for a good time, not a long time, if you get me. yeah. So what was the reason though? What was the actual trigger that suddenly were you watching a fight on TV or something, or watching one of the lads, or had you come to an amateur show? What was the trigger that went, nah, I've got to do, because you've given up work, haven't you? Yeah, I've given up. I've handed me notice in as a teacher. At the minute, I'm in the process of looking for jobs, like factory work, things like that, sponsorships that I need as well. But it's just the accumulation of seeing lads who you've boxed like or sparred well with. Like, cause obviously I've boxed, I know sparring's not something to judge up, but like I've boxed Jose Burton, I've boxed John Ryder, former British champion. Yeah, former British champion. Yeah, boxed Felix Cash, possible future. 9-0. Yeah,
boxed like Taylor Jones, boxed like a load of like quite a few lads who were all doing really well. I thought, well, if some of those lads I've beaten and doing really well, why can't I do well as well? So I'd rather, as I was saying to mates, and either way, when I'm 60, I'll probably be in a pub somewhere or watching my lad play footy or something, and I'll be talking about it at the time I won the ABAs, and the conversation's either going to go with, oh, you should have turned pro, or why why didn't you turn pro, or it'll be like, I did turn pro and it was good or it was bad or whatever. But at least like I say, it's one of those things. Ifs and buts are hard to live with, aren't they? Yeah. So it'd be nice to see how far you can go, mate. And like I say, it's a nice gauge. It's a nice gauge when you know you've been in with some of the best lads in Britain as an amateur, and you've done well against them and you've beat some of them, and you know vice versa. There've been close fights. And they're all doing well now as a pro. You've got to be thinking, I've got to do it. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. To be honest, just accumulation. Like pretty much like at first I was like, oh, box John Ryder, and then it was like, then you see like Ricky Summers come up, and then it was like Felix Cash, and then it was like Jose Burton and all that. And so, but just by the time, like rather than just being like walk around, be one of those idiots saying, oh, I boxed him years ago, I boxed him, I thought it may as well. I suppose also Rocky just picking up a world title. You know, a guy who never gave up. You know, 3 years ago he gets knocked out by Callum Smith, and you're thinking, oh well, you know, where's he going to go from now? Yeah, but that's it as well. Now he's a world champion. Yeah, because I remember back in the ABAs, times when before I won the ABAs, just at one point there was me, Rocky, and Liam Smith all on the same bill. Things like so obviously seeing like all like boxing in Liverpool taking up the win as well. Liam was just fighting for the world title last weekend, wasn't he? Yeah. Put up a great fight. Got beat, but it was that last round was a bit special, wasn't it? Yeah, did himself and the city proud. He did. Same as Rocky. So that's your aim then, to go as far as you can go. How far that is, you don't know. Go as far as I can go. I'd love to win the British title outright. That'd be like. Sorry about that. Battery run out. My fault. No, so what was the chatting? That was where were you going to go? Yeah, obviously I want to see where we can go, and obviously as far as you want to go. But obviously, and like dream of mine would be to like win the British title, like and win it outright, defend it. Beautiful belt as well, isn't it? That means it's something that look good above the bed, wouldn't it? It looked good anyway. Yeah. It's a bit special. Yeah. Have you got any sponsors that are helping you out at present? At the moment, I've got one sponsorship called like Absolute Body Solutions, PT. They give me PT sessions in a minute. I'm going to one of those sessions in a minute. They give me my diet for me. They give me like 2 or 3 sessions a week, and that's just in return for. Well, going off subject a little bit. When you came back, was that an issue, weight or anything like that? When you came back? When I came back, it was a bit obviously because I had a baby and I had a bit of weight on me and stuff, and that helped me get my body back to like. But you were a guy that always generally kept yourself in good shape. Yeah, well, I've never been much of a massive drinker or anything like that. And like I'd be in and out the gym a little bit, getting runs done and stuff when I could. But we all get that little dad belly, don't we? When don't look at me when you say little. Mine's huge. But listen, I'm really looking forward to the beginning of your journey, which obviously, like we said before, it's the 29th of September at the Olympia, which is just up the road from this gym here, isn't it? And hopefully I'll be chatting to you and you'll be 1-0. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah. Alright, Adam, take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.